Ready to go live. We are live. Welcome to That's Good Broncos. We just watched the Bills decimate Denver 48-19. I'm Brandon Perna, here with Will. His face was bitten by spiders, but he still made it into the podcast. And if he doesn't have superpowers by tomorrow,
I'll probably be dead.
He'll probably be dead. Keys. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a lot to talk about. First, though, this episode brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Use code DNVR when you sign up at DraftKings to take advantage of their offers, of their can't-miss offers. Also brought to you by... Yeah, there it is. Benchwarmerbrew.com, my personal coffee brand.
Beautiful.
Park your beans on the bench and enjoy some coffee. That's my slogan. I was hoping Broncos reserve kicker Taylor Russolino would be worthy of talking about a bench warmer performance. Maybe we'll just start there. But he was bad. He missed. Well, to be fair, I'm not sure asking a reserve kicker to attempt a 51-yarder to start the game is a great way to help him get his confidence and leg going. He missed that, and then he missed a couple extra points. McManus not allowed to play because he was in contact with somebody who had COVID 5 days ago, but the NFL started the count a day after he thought, and he couldn't play even though he tested negative all week.
He was like 10 hours away from being able to play.
Stupid. And knowing that the Broncos only lost by 29 points, I think McManus could have made up for that in the second half.
Probably.
How many field goals is that? 9, 10, 30. Pretty easy math, idiot.
7? I don't know.
Also, I think a reason the Broncos lost so badly is because I woke up and my hair was like this today.
How did that happen? How do you have to sleep on the pillow for your head for your hair to come out like that?
I don't know, but I think if I keep growing it, it'll look like Cole Beasley's.
It might.
I mean, I woke up and my hair's like this, and you woke up with spider bites on your forehead. So
bad start to the day.
Start to the day. Buffalo, of course, clinches the AFC East for the first time since 1995. So congratulations, Buffalo Bills. Also, as shitty as it is to watch the Broncos just get their asses kicked by a real contender, I am happy that the Bills gave the Broncos what I consider their worst loss of the season, and no longer does that honor belong to the Chiefs. Saints game doesn't count because, like McManus not being in this game, we didn't have any quarterbacks. Also in this game, no cornerback.
This game barely counted, I think, and it's a stretch. It really is. Like, it was such – because we talked about it, and then we talked about it in the game preview too, and I thought it would be a difference in the game, but I didn't realize how important it was and how much Buffalo was going to actively game plan to exploit it. If you watch the game, they're going 4 and 5 wide receivers just about every play, and they're spreading them out with non-corners. And I think Josh Allen didn't even finish the game and was up multiple scores most of the game and threw over 40 times. So they had a very clear game plan, which was Denver only has 3 corners. None of them are particularly good corners. Ojemudia is all right, but we have better wide receivers, and we're going to keep exploiting that matchup, and it worked. And you can't blame the Bills for taking, a very obvious weakness that I think, hard to call it fair, whether or not it's fair, but, any team would have done the same thing.
Yeah, that's what that's what you should be doing as a team is attacking
Right.
the other team's weakness. And the Broncos only had 3 corners.
The question is, why should a team have to play with only 3 corners ever?
I don't know.
Just like why should they not have to play without a quarterback or a starting kicker? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
and
well, I mean,
it's super uncompetitive.
Yeah, I don't know what the Broncos could have done. I mean, when you lose 3 guys, was it all 3 guys that tore ACLs in 2 weeks? Yeah, Beasley, Tolliver, and Dawson. That's 3 ACL tears in a week span. I guess you could say, like, why can't one of those guys who's been tested for COVID all week, like, but I don't know if like one of their practice squad guys or whoever else they might insert in there would be much better than what they had. But maybe like one extra guy for depth, just to
give a guy a breather.
Osby a breather, or Ojemudia a breather. And Ojemudia got fucking ejected from the game anyway for
down to 2 corners.
Punching another guy. The officials were horrible, and I'm not blaming like the loss on the officials, because Buffalo had 3 touchdowns called back because of penalties. I'm not saying they were the wrong call. I'm saying the Bills were going to win this game no matter what the officials did. But that first half, like, Bosby couldn't touch Stefon Diggs. The officials had to measure every damn 3rd and whatever. The Bills
still got it wrong.
The Bills were short every time, and the refs gave them the benefit of the spot. And then the one time I thought they got it, they mark them short, and then the Bills go for it, and I thought they picked up the first, and they mark them short again. I'm just like, get the fucking call right. Like, that's all I want. Just do the right call. Do the right thing. Spike Lee, not Jones.
Spike Jones. I would love to see the Spike Jones version of Do the Right Thing.
Just a super like artistic music video that lasts the length of a movie.
Yeah, you got the whole Weezer. They're all in the cast. Yeah, this was very inconsistently officiated, I thought. They both got pretty questionable roughing the passer calls.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people thought Dawson Knox pushed off on the touchdown. I didn't really get to see it, but those are just tweets I saw. Yeah, it seemed like I don't think it particularly gave the upper hand to either team.
It just made the game harder to watch. It made it
it was just frustrating to watch.
Harder to watch.
It just didn't feel like between. It's kind of just a bizarre game when you think about it, because like Brandon McManus isn't playing. They've only got 3 corners. They're wearing their weird all orange jerseys. The Bills are good. Like, the Bills are about to win the AFC East. Oh, and by the way, it's a fucking Saturday.
Yeah.
There's no fans in the crowd. It doesn't even feel like football, really. It's strange.
It didn't. I mean, we've got Kenneth Booker sending in a super chat saying the trash kicker had a good onside kick at least. Kenneth, I don't like calling guys trash. That's for a guy just coming in who's on the XFL roster, probably unnecessary, Kenneth, but since you gave me your money, I put it on the screen anyway.
Kenneth Houston sends to attempt 1 field goal in an NFL game.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I think the Bills are a really good team, but
I agree.
If you're a Bills fan, I'm going to try to tell you to not get too excited about this win. I'm trying to curb your enthusiasm a little bit, because you're playing a decimated Broncos team. Maybe if you're a Bills fan, the one thing you should be a little bit excited about is you've seen your defense play better over the course of the last month, and I thought the Bills' defense played a great game against the Broncos.
They were great.
And which leads me to my next point is Drew Lock didn't really do himself any favors in terms of convincing me that he's the guy moving forward. He had 1 really nice touchdown pass to Noah Fant, but other than that, it really felt like the bad Drew Lock games that we've been sort of watching all year. Jeudy had another drop. The ball just went through his hands, but luckily The Bills muffed the punt on the next play. So probably won't talk about that too much. But again, it was just like the Broncos offense was after the first half. The first half, they kept it close. Russolino makes, that field goal. They're down just by 4 heading into halftime. Oh, and if he makes the extra point, they're down by 4 heading into halftime. But that's our consolation prize. Broncos played a hell of a half, guys.
Yeah, they hung in there for one half. Sort of. Barely at the end. Yeah, it was all the conservative throws from last week without any of the yards after the catch. And none of the go routes either. So I think it teetered between last week, I think, was the perfect balance, and this week was way too conservative.
Yeah.
And just a better opponent.
Yeah. I think
the Bills are really, really good on defense.
Compared to the Panthers, much, much better. We've got Kenneth Booker coming back, $1.99 super chat. I gave him a compliment on his onside kick. That you did, Kenneth. That you did. And that's why I put it up, because there was a compliment there. We've got Bills fan, Sell Wilson. No, we're excited. We just won the division for the first time since 1995, even if Locke doesn't. I'm not saying you shouldn't be excited. Enjoy winning the AFC East.
Yeah.
You deserve it. I'm now 100% full blown rooting for the Bills in the postseason. I'm saying don't let this game make you think that you're going to beat any playoff opponents this badly.
Yeah, no, I think Colin Cowherd came out and tweeted during the game, this game proves that Buffalo is the best team in the NFL by a long shot. Not even joking. It's already an exaggeration to call them the best team in the NFL, although I think they're top 4 probably. Top 4 or 5. And then by a long shot is especially hilarious when the Chiefs are 12-1 and have already beaten the Bills this year and are defending Super Bowl champions. But no, I'm with you. I'm rooting for the Bills the rest of the way.
Oh, 100%.
But no, this game shouldn't convince you. My opinion of the Bills hasn't really changed since. They really impressed me by beating the Steelers last Sunday night, but I think given the circumstances, they should have won this game 48-19.
Yeah, here's the thing: the Bills have looked good since September. So
their
offense.
I don't know why this is changing anybody's mind.
No, this game, the Bills have been good since the season started. Josh Allen's been fucking awesome. He should be talked about as an MVP more often. He's playing just as good as Patrick Mahomes. He's playing better than Patrick Mahomes. We're just gonna let that sit for a second. Josh Allen playing better than Mahomes.
Let it marinate for a little bit.
You know why? Because actually Josh Allen more of a threat running the ball than Patrick Mahomes. I
did appreciate the Bills throwing 40 passes in a game where they won by 29 points. Clearly trying to pad his stats.
Fuck yeah.
For the MVP race.
And
might as well.
Diggs had I just took off the thing. Diggs had over 100, Beasley over 100. Stefon Diggs had already had more yards than he's ever had in a season. I think last week.
Yeah, so, 111 catches now?
Yeah, he's over. He's leading the NFL in catches and yards now. Bills didn't try to rush the ball. This Devin Singletary stat. The Bills are just running out the clock, and Singletary ripped off a 50-yard touchdown run for that final score. So the Bills playing so well that they're scoring on plays where they're just trying to run out the clock. I wanted to address one thing. Multiple times people tonight tweeted me about firing John Elway. I said that I would lie for John Elway in a murder trial under oath. I'm not going to root for John Elway to be fired. And I don't think you can really, like, I'm not about making excuses, but you can't take anything from this season and I feel like hold the coaching accountable, the GMs accountable. Like, did John Elway tear 5 corners ACL or 3 corners ACLs? I mean, the fucking injuries have been weird.
If he did tear their ACLs, he should probably be fired.
Yeah, okay. If we find out John Elway has been
he's jealous of their ACLs, just having ACLs.
Yeah, Elway played his whole career without an ACL. If you know this channel, you know that. But if he's been feeding the players supplements that weaken ligaments, then yeah, let's get Elway out of there.
Disturbing to say the least.
And the Josh Allen, the Broncos should have drafted Josh Allen. We've already talked about this. We don't think, if you want to criticize Elway, I don't think Elway would have been patient enough to properly develop Josh Allen. And Josh Allen on a Vance Joseph coached football team, like, I don't think Allen develops the way he did here in Denver. I think there's a lot of places he could have developed and still play, you know, the way he's playing right now. But Buffalo was the right fit for him. And quarterbacks need that. Quarterbacks, unless they're fucking John Elway or Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers, they need to go to a place where, and even Aaron Rodgers went to a good Packers team. Like, they need to go to places that are going to, that are a good fit for them. And Buffalo is a great fit for Josh Allen now. He's got a lot of passing weapons. He's good there. I don't know if he would have worked out in Denver. And that's a fair criticism of, say, the whole organization and how it's run. But
the fans would have wanted him out by the end of his rookie season.
Yeah, fans would have been – they're over with Drew Lock. They would have been over with Josh Allen. And I thought you brought up a good point in our last video about how people are screaming for the Broncos not to draft Josh Allen at 5.
Yeah.
Now they're pissed off because they didn't
go look at the tweets. Go to April of 2018 and see what people were saying back then.
Yes.
Do it. Cool. You know what it is? You don't have to say about all that.
What?
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
I was saying.
There it is.
Haven't hit the bullshit button since week 1, I think.
That's right. It's been a bullshit season. You know what's not bullshit? DraftKings. It feels like yesterday that Los Angeles was lifting basketball's most coveted prize, playing in Disney World. Since then, we have introduced a new class of professional basketball players through the draft and seen a few marquee games. Teams, names, switch teams. Brandon Perna is illiterate, and we will never ask him to do a read again. Luckily for sports fans, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, I know how to say that part, is here to kick off the 2021 basketball season. Go Nuggets, with a no-brainer for all customers and new and existing. If you haven't tried DraftKings Sportsbook yet, head to the App Store now because you don't want to miss this. To celebrate the return of basketball, DraftKings Sportsbook is giving you a 75-point spread on the team of your choice opening night. That's right. All you have to do is bet on any team opening night, and if that team doesn't lose by more than 75 points, you will double your money. Now, hopefully that team is not playing the Buffalo Bills because I feel like the Bills could have scored 75 points in this game if they really wanted to. DraftKings safe, reliable, secure, making it easy for you to deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. So download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use their code DNVR when you sign up to get that 75-point spread on opening night for a chance to double your money. That's code DNVR to get a shot at doubling your money on opening night for a limited time, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. You got to be 21. This is for Colorado only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. Okay. We've complained about the Broncos special teams. Then I learned the Broncos signed Taylor Russolino based on advice Pat McAfee gave to special teams coordinator Tom McMahon. And Tom McMahon's son works for the Pat McAfee show.
Ooh.
So And I'm not going to blame Taylor Russolino for this, but maybe I'm wondering if you want your coaches taking advice from Pat McAfee, even if it's about kicking. And I love Pat McAfee. It's not a knock on Pat. I'm just saying I wouldn't trust him for personnel decisions.
I think that's fair. I think
Take?
not exactly a hot take. I don't think the kicking market is particularly robust.
No.
At any point, but I think if you're in a situation with a backup kicker who, like, they're not going to have more than a couple days notice this season that they're playing, I think you'd want someone who's done it before, even if they're not great, just someone who's like gone out there in an NFL game and kicked.
Yeah, it's tough because it's like great to give a guy a shot who, was in the XFL and been working to try to get to the NFL, but I think
you don't get that guy in a training camp, though. Yeah,
exactly. I feel like you should have some more experienced options. And again, it doesn't matter for this game. Like, the Broncos are playing for nothing, but if this game mattered and that was the difference, and they still made that decision, maybe they don't make that decision if this game matters. I don't know. It just seemed weird learning that maybe helped make the decision. The only former player you should listen to about that stuff, of course, is Peyton Manning.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Peyton Manning to give Adam Gase one more head coaching recommendation.
He gives Adam Gase a kicker's recommendation. He's now the kicker for the Denver Broncos.
What do you think the Bills – I mean, like, you look at this game, they look unbeatable, right? What do you think the Bills need to maybe do better than they're currently doing in the playoffs? That's a tough question. Maybe you weren't thinking about it, but
no, I mean, to me, it's still I'm a little. They don't have a dominant run game,
right?
I think when you throw Josh Allen in there and his ability at the goal line, it looks really good. But just like turning around and handing the ball to either Zach Moss or Devin Singletary, I'm not super confident in those guys right now. So I think it gets down to, like, what if Josh Allen has a bad game? Can they weather the storm? Are there other options, or is it just Josh Allen or bust?
Right.
When it gets down to it.
Yeah, I think I can agree with the run game as well. In the postseason, sometimes you want that to be able to carry your team at points, or even if you get ahead and you want to just try and eat some clock. If the Bills can just keep, throwing touchdowns, then it's, not too much of a worry. But in a pinch, that might be one area that they would like to be a little bit better. I thought if we're going to credit Drew Lock and Josh Allen in this game, they both had some very nice fakes that they turned into big plays. So Drew Lock, little fake to Melvin Gordon, boots around for the first down, a la Peyton Manning, psyched everyone out. Thought it was a nice pass, play call on 3rd and 1, since we've shit on Shermer so many times. But then Josh Allen fakes the throw and hands off behind his back. Just like one of the coolest plays I feel like I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's the old Statue of Liberty that Boise State ran to perfection in 2007.
Oh, Boise State did
Oklahoma. That? Yeah. Probably like the best college football game of all time. I think they won the game on the Statue of Liberty on that play.
Oh shit. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go back and watch like YouTube highlights from that game.
I'll have to.
Fantastic game. I saw it on the TV at an hour, which makes it better.
It cut out.
I watched Oh yeah, I did cut out a little bit. I watched that Boise State Oklahoma game at an Outback Steakhouse, which makes it 10 times better. It's weird. Every time I go to an Outback Steakhouse, I see like some kind of incredible sports moment. I saw that at Outback, and I don't go to Outback very often. I haven't been there in years. And I saw the Sacramento Kings won on like a full court buzzer beater at Outback. That was great.
Sorry, I'm ignoring you. I'll tell you why I'm ignoring you. Pterodactyl, when does my $420 coffee order ship out? Pterodactyl, I'm checking in on that for you right now. So I was firing off a message to find out. And hopefully it already shipped. But if it hasn't yet, you usually get a confirmation email, so I'm assuming you didn't get that. But I'm looking in on it, looking into it for you in real time. So maybe if I get an answer, I'll let you know.
You know, could use some coffee is the Broncos offense.
Yeah, Broncos offense could really use caffeine.
Use a little pick-me-up, DraftKings. Is that not where we're going with that?
No, we already did it.
Can we do it again and then charge them for 3?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, you know who needs a bench warmer brew? DraftKings.
DraftKings and Manscaped and Raycon all could use my bench warmer brew.
And then Manscaped.
I put my Manscaped pube trimmer in my bench warmer brew, and it still
rounded
runs.
Up with the coffee beans.
And not a single pube fell into my coffee. So what does that mean, kids? Merry Christmas.
This one's gone off the rails.
Yes, it really has.
I mean, that's what you expect with a 48-19 barn burner like this.
Yeah, it's really hard to be like, there's about 3 plays Drew Lock wants back. He corrects those things. The Broncos are on a roll next week.
Yeah. I imagine like the term barn burner, it's a thing because like your team plays so badly that you're pissed off and you're just so angry that you burn a barn to the ground along with all the livestock in it.
Yes.
That's how pissed off I am right now.
Will's pissed. Pterodactyl. It should ship on Monday. Look at that real-time answer I got you. I'm assuming for an order that big, we had to charter a private jet.
Was it really $420?
Yeah. He made a $429 order and said he wished it was $420. So then I got a $9 discount. And it is exactly $420. What else? Where's the other super chat? We've got Christopher Bodden. Bo Bodden. Hey, Brandon, check your Twitter. $2.
Twitter.
Do I want to check it right now? Uh-oh. Let's see here. Check it for what? I don't see it, Bodden. I don't know what I'm looking for. You got to specify. I don't see you in the DM.
Thanks to Chris and everyone from our Patreon hang on Thursday.
Oh yeah, we did a
those
Zoom,
are always a good time.
A Zoom hangout with patrons. It was a lot of fun for all $10 patrons. So these guys are giving out a lot of dough. And we watched some Thursday night football. I had a beer. Will had multiple beers.
Bud Light seltzers.
I had a Breckenridge brew, the Mountain Beach, which is a really delicious beer. That's got to be my next sponsor. Look at this. Look at this muscle right here.
Yeah, damn.
I've never had that. I think
what are those quads?
Oh, yeah. I got that fucking neck quad going, bro.
Got dad strength now.
I should start taking a bunch of creatine and stop watching football and just get real jacked. And you and I can start a really weird.
Doing the videos. You should keep doing the videos, but you have really terrible mood swings while you're filming. And you start you start bugging out like Bill O'Reilly, and you're not even like talking to anybody. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, that's a all-time classic.
Yeah.
Ooh, pterodactyl. I am a $10 patron, but I never looked there. You got to look. I mentioned it in a video too, man. Again, your coffee order, insane. Can't tell you how awesome it was. They had to check with me to make sure it was real. Like, hey, do you know this guy? I was like, no. They thought it was like a family member just ordering a bunch of coffee. I was like, that is just a big dick coffee drinker right there.
Mm-hmm. I'd say it's worth it too. I love that bench warmer.
Okay, so we did a good live stream here. Any more questions? Trying to think if we missed anything. Take steroids so you can work out half as hard with twice the results. That's what I'm talking about, Charlie.
Good advice.
Tom Cruise it up. Oh, yeah. I was going to do a whole Tom Cruise bit, but I ran out of time to figure out the angle I wanted to go. Maybe I'll do that this week for best and worst. I'm going to do a best and worst of Broncos Bills, even though nobody's asking for it, but I'm going to do it.
As always, with Tom Cruise, the only angle is looking down.
Oh, because he's short, Will?
He's short, yeah.
All right, Chris, let's see what this is. Let's see what Chris got from me. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, and Chris was on the Super Chat, too.
He was.
Yes. Imagine. Oh, yeah, he found the meme we were talking about. Imagine growing up in Kansas City as a Chiefs fan only to get drafted by a team you likely hated your entire life, and for your entire career, likely tormented by the team you grew up loving. That is Drew Lock's existence. Christopher, yes, he was in the live Zoom call with us. We were talking about that meme. Thank you for sending it. We have come full circle. Bills fans, if any of you made it through this whole podcast, good luck in the playoffs. And if you face the Chiefs, you better beat them. You better prove that Josh Allen is better than Mahomes, like I said already. I call them the redneck Mahomes, and people are like, he's from California. He's not a redneck. I was thinking because he played at Wyoming, it's probably blue collar. He's probably blue collar Mahomes, right? That's probably the good nickname fit for Buffalo. Will froze on me. Will froze when I'm asking the most important question of the night. God bless blue collar Mahomes.